They done let the news out now, y'all. Hey, it's over with for the whole MobTies and the whole rap-a-lot. I want y'all to really pay attention to what's going on, man. And I want to send my condolences and send my due diligence to Takeoff and his family, because them the ones who had to suffer from this. Hey, I got something for y'all. This is the full breakdown of the whole Takeoff case, man. The feds, they done released everything that the DA put out there, y'all. This sad, but at the same time, y'all got to really look at one thing. Takeoff, he knew that they was hating from the beginning when they didn't want Takeoff in the same kind as Quavo, because they looked at Quavo as if Quavo the leader of the group. This why I always tell y'all, this is a revolving door, man. Open y'all eyes to what's really going on, because look, Cam, dude, they told on him. That's why J. Prince Jr. just got booked. That's why I always tell y'all, man, do y'all research, man. Y'all need to really pay attention to what's going on, man. Keep your close ones close by you, man, and keep them away from the people who realize gonna send them down the wrong road, man. I want everybody to really look at one thing. First off, Quavo, he only went out there for the Halloween to basically promote his album. Like, I want y'all to understand this, man. That's why they dropped the video before. I want y'all to look at one thing. If y'all sit there and say, like, why would Takeoff even, you feel me, be at the back of the crowd? Why would Migo Bands be behind him with the blicky in his hand? Migo Bands initiated the whole thing. If Migo Bands would have never up blicky, the people who was behind Migo Bands would have never instantly upped on him. I want y'all to really look at that, man. And it's a lot of people sitting back like, why would they even get themselves in this predicament? It's a revolving door, y'all. Hit that like button, boy. If y'all know for a fact that Takeoff, if he wasn't there, this would have never happened, man. If he would have just stayed where he was, because he didn't drive with Jazz. And Jazz left early. And J. Prince Jr. stayed there. That's why the feds brought up J. Prince Jr. name and put out the warrant for him. I want y'all to look at this, man, and really take heed to this, man, because if we really, like, sit back, we'll be like, you know what? I don't want to get myself involved in that, because everything that I see that they got going on, like this, we all know. If you from the streets, you know for a fact you can't trust half the people you go outside with. And people be sitting out here making plans, making dates with people, knowing that they the ops, knowing that regardless of if you checking in or not, it's still some liability that they could snake you at the end of the day. And a lot of people sit back and be like, well, J. Prince Jr. and them, they not from the hood. Of course they not from the hood. Everybody know this. Everybody know that they had a silver spoon in their mouth. Everybody sit back, and I don't care what J. Prince singing them say. They can say whatever they want to say, because they in that hot water right now. If they wouldn't never did what they did and set this whole situation up, boy, this would have never happened. RP Takeoff, man, because they sent that man up at an untimely demise, man, and people sit back and still don't want to open their eyes to the fact of what's really going on. This is something we all can really, like, put our finger on. And if you really pay attention, watch this video to the end. Watch this. You gonna get a clear understanding on why they sent them up. Was y'all trying to basically prove a point so that y'all could get some cool points from this? Like, at the end of the day, we know for a fact that the feds said that they on a bumper. So y'all, but J. Prince, you better hide out, man. At the end of the day, we know for a fact that everybody that played a role in this, they sat there and said J. Prince Jr. set it up. And this is coming straight from Houston. Like, I want y'all to look at one thing. He can't even come to Atlanta. He cannot come to Atlanta. And Yellow Cam, hey, I'm going to call him Yellow Cam. At the end of the day, hey, he ran in there to hide the blicky. Then he ran out without the blicky because he already passed it off to one of the guys. I want y'all to look at that, man, and take heed to that, because this is something that could literally, it could have easily been avoided if he would have never even ran in there, because they singled him out once they turned the camera around. They didn't know that nobody was watching on the camera. That's why I say always watch your surroundings and watch who you keep around you, man, because at the end of the day, we know for a fact that we need to understand that this is a revolving door. Put them RP Takeoff down in the comment section. Man, breaking news, breaking news. Man, they said Lil Cam Yellow Hoodie, he ran inside of the bowling alley for one reason, and I'm gonna be discreet and I'm going to like literally take my time with this. He ran inside the bowling alley after he sent Takeoff up because he had to get rid of the blicky. You gotta understand what's really going on, and this is coming from the family, and like the family, they're grieving right now, man. I want y'all to really look at the fact that this is a revolving door, and we can really look at this and be like, this is another act of senseless violence, and people sit back and still don't understand that. Why would y'all even run up on him? Like, what was y'all purpose? Y'all try to take his chain?
Leaving Jazz Prince private function. Y'all see this? Come on now. It's too many connecting dots that's going on here. Now at the same time, like I stated to you guys before, man, like I told you guys before, man, I never put this on Boosie pertaining to anything that happened to Chicago's own Duke the Jeweler. What I was saying was, maybe he knows somebody that's affiliated to his camp or J. Prince Jr. camp that got something to do with that whole situation, you feel me? But let's get back to the story. I kept saying now, I believe Boosie didn't do it. But maybe again, maybe he knows who. That's the whole reason why he went to Vlad. Basically admitting, like, hey man, I had nothing to do with Duke's untimely demise. You feel me? But if y'all look close at the dice game, y'all will see it's somebody else there that maybe got something to do with it. But it definitely wasn't me. And again, that's what Boosie was basically putting out there on Vlad. Because like I stated to you guys before, he was the first one that spoke on it. You understand? Because he was acknowledging the fact that, hey man, some people might try to put me in the middle. So let me go ahead and cover my tracks, you understand, before this really blow up. And I really can't control the whole narrative, you understand? And at the same time, I even stated that, hey, maybe someone is trying to pin this whole situation on Boosie. But no, they say J. Prince Jr. really don't have no hold on the guys surrounding him. That's the whole reason why everything fell off Boosie and went right on to J. Prince Jr. Because it's already notified that, hey man, the guys that's in J. Prince Jr. camp, he can't keep hold of those guys. And at the same time, a lot of their activity be questionable. You know what I'm saying? Even at the same time that J. Prince Jr., he don't even know the activity they're gonna get into. Cause like I stated, man, it's a whole backstory pertaining to J. Prince Jr. and his brother Jazz, man. And that's the whole reason why the dudes that they hang around, they really don't respect them guys like that, man. And it's real. Before we get into it, let's first pay our respects and say rest in peace to Takeoff, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in the ATL. Same thing goes for Chicago's own Duke the Jeweler. Condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in Chicago, man. Y'all gotta understand this, right? J. Prince Jr. and Jazz been living in the suburbs their entire life. You understand? Because we all know that J. Prince, he been moving numbers pertaining to Rap-A-Lot Records for years, for over 20 years. You understand? And that's the same amount of time J. Prince Jr. and his brother Jazz have been living in the suburbs, man. There's nothing wrong with that. But why are you trying to earn street credibility? Especially when it's facts that J. Prince did not allow Junior or Jazz to even listen to rap until they reach either junior high school or high school, man. Now that should tell y'all something right there. Come on, man. And now look, mostly everybody they hang around is either rappers, gang related, you know what I'm saying, into some type of entertainment. You feel what I'm saying? That love to shoot dice, pop bottles, go to strip clubs, do everything under the sun that rappers do. And also allegedly having jewelers backdoored. Come on, man. And that also shows that the guys around you really don't respect anything that you doing to the magnitude that your pops saying y'all do. Why is it so hard for us black men to focus on the benefits of living in certain resourceful environments that was provided instead of ignoring all the pitfalls we know come with certain lifestyles that's attached to certain professions? Understand where I'm coming from? Being a rapper. Now all rappers don't have the same chase the nightlife mentality. Some are extra laid back and enjoy staying out the way. And they not into being around a bunch of people at the same time. And you have those who crave attention and chase the spotlight. And right there, that will always be an issue. Especially if you rapping about upping blickies on dudes. You know what I'm saying? Taking dudes' girls, all that. Come on, man. Doing this, doing that. Somebody gonna test you. And this is what we know for sure. So the Prince brothers are suburban born and raised who's chasing their father's street credibility, man. And this is the same thing that Charleston White was speaking on when he said, ain't no mob ties, man. Because we know and we all understand that your boys grew up in the suburbs. So the only thing they should be connected to is some type of politics to push black people into better positions pertaining to office or whatever in life. Yeah, see, especially pertaining to growth and development of the youth in our communities. You feel me? Teach them young the benefits of a trade. Get into STEM programs, you feel me? Scientists, technicians, engineers, mechanics, financials, a better understanding on how to budget your money for necessities over wants. So many other fields we need to improve in that will benefit us from a whole. But we ignore those fields and all dive head first into entertainment all at the same time. I bet any amount of money there are more rappers than any other entity in the world. We know rap is a short-term goal. Reason we need to make longevity chess moves. And if the people around you not with it, replace your rooks for some knights. You feel me? That's something I don't understand. Why are we so conditioned to go backwards? Now I informed y'all folks all the time why people in the suburbs want to go to the hood, while folks in the hood is trying to find every way to escape the hood. We just living in crazy times where morals seem to be the last on the list. Now you got people plotting on jewelers that was trying to put other people on from his community in Chicago, surrounded by people watching him all during the night in the dice game, and he not even paying attention. He's just caught up in a moment that he's out enjoying himself. The same thing went for Takeoff. Again, everybody know Takeoff a laid back dude. So for anybody in that party to up any type of blickies, come on man, what else it was gonna lead to? If my homeboy got blickies and my homeboy see your homeboy up one, then they gonna do the same thing too. That's the reason why I told y'all, man, Takeoff was not the only dude sent up that day. I told y'all, man. All together it was 3 people that got blicky down. One of them made it, the other 2 didn't. I told y'all, man, one of them was Takeoff and the other dude was either from J. Prince Jr. camp or from the Migos camp. I really didn't get the factual information on that. But again, I read the police report that stated 3 people had got blicky down that day. One of them made it, other 2 didn't. You understand? That's the whole reason why right now people is talking about Lil Cam and all this and that he had got sent up that same night. Hey man, I told y'all that, man. And at the same time, that's the whole reason why we have to be aware of who we're around and the environment that we are in. You feel me? Because if not, it can't end up in our untimely demise. And at the same time, dealing with this whole matter,
I just want to say, it don't matter what side you on. RIP to that boy MobTies, Vano 5th. I want to say RIP to Takeoff. I want to say the RIP MobTies JD. Man, y'all got to understand, man. These people, man, it's on Houston on fire right now. It's on fire. And a lot of people sit back and be like, it could have easily been avoided, but we know this. This is something that Jay Prince and them know too. Why would they even get themselves in this situation and literally couldn't back it up? They couldn't speak up for this. They couldn't speak up for this at all. I want y'all to know that Jay Prince Jr. being in the middle of the fight, he literally sat there and could have avoided the whole thing. He could have told everybody, hey, fall back, man, because y'all see they with us. They checked in already. They with us.
I mean, at the end of the day, there was a lot of people that saw everything that happened, but nobody expected it to be right there behind them.
And for one thing that everybody know, look, Cam, the man, they sunk the man up, man, at the end of the day. They sunk the man up. And who dropped the location? Who dropped Lil Cam location if didn't nobody know he did that? Once the internet got to the video of what happened with Takeoff, man, RP Takeoff, man, soon as y'all come in the building, man, before you do anything, as soon as they got there, man, They already knew what was finna happen, man. They already knew they wanted Quavo to realize, sit there and bow down to them, man. You gotta understand, Takeoff didn't check in. Takeoff didn't go to Big J Prince Senior house. Y'all gotta understand, it was only Migo, Bands, you feel me? And Quavo. Like, at the end of the day, you can't sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or hold nothing back, because at the end of the day, we know for a fact that they tweet. And that Charleston White even coming out and saying, don't nobody care about MobTies. MobTies is nobody. They only in their own area. Like, at the end of the day, Charleston White, he reached out and said, I just talked to Buddy. Buddy already said Charleston White reached out and said that dude instantly. He was the main one. Set the whole thing up. The people who was with J Prince now. So you gotta understand, why didn't they blow in the crowd, like around Takeoff? The reason they didn't do that because their intended target was Takeoff. People sitting back, they looking at this from a whole different perspective, but you can all take into full consideration in all actual reality that, man, it's another guy gone to senseless violence, man. They summed that man up, and that man was only there for his album release, man.
I mean, they were down there for a couple of weeks, and a lot of people had an idea where they were because they've been continuing to drop their location, continuing to promote what they're doing, and obviously at the same time, you know, like meeting people while they're promoting. So everybody knew where they were continuously down there.
So when they even came out and said, like, yeah, J Prince Jr. stepped over Takeoff. J Prince Jr. didn't even help them when they was trying to, like, make sure he was straight. When old girl was like, what should we do? What did J Prince Jr. do? The man walked off. The man walked off and said, man, go over there. Go stand over there. Get away from him. We don't want nobody to say that we did nothing. Get away from him. Y'all got to understand this, man. And J Prince Jr. walked right back up in the bowling alley after this happened, man.
I mean, maybe he thought that it was going to continue on. Maybe he thought that there was more intended.
They wanted to leave a scene before the people pulled up.
Right.
Y'all know when you leave a scene after something just happened, you're a potential witness. You're a potential suspect. Right. And from what the lady said who was right there, she said that J Prince Jr. and them hopped in the black Sprinter van. You feel me?
Yeah.
They didn't hop in the other cars that was trailing them on their way over there, man.
Right, but those ones are the safe ones. You know what I mean? Those are intended to be able to move fast, and I think they're made with a special material too to protect against anything that might be coming at it.
Like, I think it's a level 2 or level 3 plated. That's what I think.
Some sort of...
Yeah, because the windows on J Prince Jr. truck, it, like, you can't even, like, if you grab a spark plug, it wouldn't even, like, bust the window out. Like, I want y'all to really take heed to this, man, and look at what's really going on, because it's people sitting back like, why would J Prince Jr. and them even like get mad because the video circulated? The video circulated for one reason, because if the video never circulated, nobody would have known that J Prince Jr. walked off like that and left that man right there.
There's gonna be a lot of videos that come up because you figure there was at least 40-ish people, they say, around, and then all the cameras from the businesses.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, the billers and Bowler, that whole place, they got security cameras surrounded it.
Right, but they got them all day long, so all night long, as they were coming and going, they got cuts of everybody. Like a clear cut, not a panic cut like they would at the end. And
then one thing that they kept saying in the news, they said that why would they even keep bringing up a dice game, but the argument was about a basketball game?
I think I heard that it was a dice game, and then they were challenging.
They did a one-on-one after the dice game, and Quavo won. And dude got mad because Quavo won after the dice game. So people not sitting there looking like they was at the Billiards and Bowling. It's a whole arcade with the basketball. Like, you gotta understand, they thought that they can beat Quavo in the basketball all because of one thing. Because they thought that because he was drunk off the lean. that he wasn't gonna win. They was betting 10, 20,000 a hand. Y'all gotta look at what's really going on, man, and pay attention to the people who realized sitting back in the background who didn't want to speak up when they saw everybody that ran up on Takeoff, man. And they kept saying, like, hold on, why would Cardi B even say that it was a setup if it wasn't a setup?
I mean, there's a lot of information that's going to come out, but a lot of people are saying that it's possibly because they were watching, they had eyes on him the whole time, and they were right behind him at the end, when anything could have been provoking it, or it could have been intended.
This goes to show that a lot of people don't want to get involved in it, because if you pay attention to RP Duke the Jeweler, because they said that Duke the Jeweler was the same person around Jay Prince and them when that happened. They was around Jay Prince now. Like, it goes to show, like, the magnitude of, like, the people who hating on you and they around you. That's why I say, watch your circle, man.